Okay. Um, the way perps have to live life and how they have to cope with reality is just I've never understood the level of delusionality that they can apply onto to try to counter reality. It's humiliating. Now we see this person. I've made a lot of videos about this person. Somebody I was intimate with, but she was living such a delusional reality. I made multiple videos, and she kind of helped me see things for what they are. She made me understand that I was truly right when I was saying that these people have like a way to kind of block out reality. Right in this video, which I just going to repost it, is basically a video about how like this person, the way she had to cut to the reality, and the way they could create fantasies. And she's a full 100% purpose. But sometimes they use people that already made videos about saying these people are so delusional. But they're like, you remember this person said this thing? Okay, I'm a target individual. I'm a human subject. And what this means is, as a target individual, wherever you go, you have people who will uh, torment you, manipulate you, and involve themselves in doing in participating in this. It is humiliating the things they do. But gaslighting is to truly a gaslighter, like in a perp who is contracted by these governmental entities to make you believe a false reality. You can show them a picture of something in their face. It's like, oh, I don't see it. It's like, no, it's right here. It's like, no, I don't see it. No, not true. I'm not seeing it. That's the kind of perps I'm dealing with. But for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, please let me speak about this because it validates me. It gives me this level of dignity because it's not working. It's frustrating, yes, but I'm like, please help me see you for what you are, and you are doing that. And every time I bring reality, it's like, oh, they try to bring up the torture I'm going to experience. It's going to be their ass. We're going to frame you. You're going to be raped. It's like, you kind of validate me even more. We are all out war. The things they tell themselves, because the reality is we are just human subjects. They need human subjects to continuously develop this technology, and they use this trash who have no self-respect to do these things. But they're not alone. Some people are so compromised that they will live off a reality that they completely know is manipulated. This person is one of them. She's no longer part of my life, but during the short time she was there, she was doing her best to make me accept false reality. And I made it clear that I'm not subscribing to whatever stories. And this thing I've said before, I don't remember if it was 2021 or 2020 or 2021. They were trying to make me think of this person that I had intimacy with. And the way I was intimate with this person, the way I got to know her, is through somebody else who actually, believe it or not, is involved in this program with me. In regard of like he was doing his part. I went back to this foreign country. He was there, and he was like, "Hey, I can hook you up. I can introduce you to somebody." That's I was like, hey, "You know what? I'm here on vacation, and like I said, I'm not perfect." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I can. Let me introduce you to somebody." And this is somebody that he had a past with. Matter of fact, they were so friends at this point that he would hook her up with a friend of his, and she would do the same. And obviously, they had this like connection, like they were they've been together. It's obvious because after the fact, I noticed that they were kind of very touchy. And so, what happened is, I ended up being intimate and having sex with this person. Later on, after I'm targeting individual, I don't know if it's in 2020 or 2021, I came, my brain is just so fried. Then how old is she? How old is she? She's like, you know what? I have her number. And I still have it somewhere in my phone. My phone doesn't work, but I don't want to waste money and just just the whole like thing. But I couldn't. I was like, you know what? I have a number. I remember saving her number. I have it here. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me talk to her. I'll get on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is this app that you can talk to people around the world. She has WhatsApp. I sent a picture of myself. Actually, I said, hey, what's up? She's like, yeah, I don't remember you. I was like, okay. I took a picture of myself and I sent it to her. I was like, oh, I don't remember you, but I want to get to know you. I guess she's being funny this way. And so we talk and talk. The reality, the reason why I'm talking to her is just to get to her, to know her age. because they're trying to make me believe this false reality. So I talk and talk, and then the one person, hey, how old are you now? I forgot, how old are you? And she tell me her age. Now, at this point, my memory right now is just so fried, but I remember I pull out my phone and I do the simple math on my calculator. I mean, it's simple, right? I do the age that she is today when I ask her minus the how many years back we saw each other. So if we are in 2018, um, and I'm talking to her in 2021, so it's what, 3 years? Okay, so her age minus 3 years, or if it's 2020, her age minus 2 years. That number ended up being 20, or so the youngest would be 19. I do this math, this simple math, all of them on my calculator on my phone because I know that my brain is so manipulated that even the simplest math can be hard. Not even hard, but they can mess with me. Okay, the people will stop making noise campaign and everything else. They stop try to be noisy and everything else. They stop everything. And now, because my brain has been more fried than before, this is like 2020, 2021. So things gets worse with time. Now we're 2023, about to be 2024. My brain is even more fried than before. Meaning simple math. Things are even simple. I'm more confused now than ever. So what they try to say now is, no, what you actually did, what happened is, the math you did was wrong. She was not 19 or 20. She was like 17 or something like that. And this person, right, she tells a story about her life. I don't know, she say she went to the doctor and she's like, oh, I was 19 years old. Actually, maybe I was 17. And she looked at me. And now they make me believe that, you see, she said 17, so she was. And now you have perps who are doing nose campaign to make me believe, like, no, you did the math wrong. You see, now you make, sometimes you do the wrong math. You see, that's proof that time you made the wrong math. And you have even people, co-workers and colleagues of mine, try to go with that fantasy. It's so humiliating because what they try to counter is because at this point, and so you gotta understand, it's no longer about reality. Reality is what they can create. They do whatever they can to get you to accept this thing. But the pathetic part is, if this person was 19 years old, when I met her, and my friend who was maybe a few years older than me, maybe I mean 4 years or so. Maybe at that time is I think it was closer to 40. That means that he could have met her before she was actually an adult, and this guy was a perp. And please, I know that they've been intimate. They've been together in a sexual way. After me and her, got personal, I saw how they were like with each other. So I knew for sure that this man who has a family, children and everything, married and everything, has been with this girl who now I know that she was only 19 years old when I was with her. So I can only imagine how old she was when they met for the first time. And they try to now create this fantasy. Like, no, you did the math wrong. You see, this perp that you see here, who have created stories, who have even deluded herself. She's so into wishing that this program is run by this progressive femme fatale that the people who come in this program today, actually not too long ago, there's been this thing in Texas where access of abortion is so bad that this woman who her health is in danger, she could not be ever be able to have children if she went through with this birth. She wanted to have the child, but the child had a condition. They still denied her the right to have an abortion, even for health purposes. She had to leave Texas. You know what she said to try to counter the fact that the people who put in this program donated a very noticeable amount of money to this organization that was pushing this ban, this end of abortion rights? She was like, oh, they just gave a little bit. They are some of the highest donors in the Conservative Party. They donated a lot more than what they show. But even what they show is significant enough that no single donor has seen giving that much for that specific cause. So this person now wants me to accept this fantasy story because she tells me that, oh no, actually when I went to the doctor I was like 17 or 19. And then they try to make me think the story that they created. That actually what you did the wrong math. This easy, simple math. Yeah, I'm not talking about like complicated math. I'm talking about less than 5 years. Less than five, like numbers less than five. Subtractions. The most basic math you can imagine. I use my calculator just because I was like, just in case in my brain they can manipulate me. It's like, no, that was wrong. I even, because based on the math, it looked more like that person was 20 years old. But I'm just saying, let's just say her birthday was later on in the year. So I'm going to give her 19. It's like, no, you see, I talked to this person, literally had a conversation. These people can gaslight you into accepting a fantasy. And now because my phone that I have her number on is completely there's the old phone. I mean, I can try to find a way to repair it, but it's not gonna be easy. But like, no, you see, and they come up with stories like, no, all along they were trying to set you up. It's like these men for sure had sex with this woman. I know they had sex. Matter of fact, when we were done, she was like drinking her beer. He was like talking to her in her ears and like very like sexual way. This is a man who's married, close to 40. And once I found out I was a target individual, I found out about the video after August 19, 2019. He comes to me, he's like, oh, you are. He walks away. He's a perp just like them. Now, the reality is they want to create a distorted reality. They call it their reality. These people want this reality of me being into underage people. Never. That's what they wish. This is a young adult. Actually, I'm surprised that she's only 19. I thought she was much older than that. She looked way older than that, but she was 19 years old. I find out after like I try to talk to her. Now, what scares me is this guy has been with her. How long has he been with her? How long ago? You understand? I don't know. I'm just at this point it's speculation. But this guy is older than me, and they've been hooking up and hooking each other up with different people. And in the language she used to say is like they give each other's pass, like in soccer. Give a pass, I pass you, I connect you with one of my friends, you connect me with one of your friends. That's how they do their thing. And you see people, my coworkers, my colleagues, they're just like laughing, like, yeah, you did the wrong math. I was like, what the hell? Well, we're not talking about the complicated numbers, huh? Very low digit numbers to make me believe this bullshit. And they're like, no, it's not fair. It's fair. Look at you. In order for me to accept this fantasy, you are literally asking me, you are literally making yourself believe that I'm going to subscribe to this thing. You did the wrong math. The fantasy that they have to live, because they sold the soul to pedophiles. Those entities contracting this trash, these perps, have real patterns of pedophilia, and now they're here to, no, those are the wrong math. The name of this guy is called Phillip. That's why you see this title. Did the wrong math. Philip's girl. Or Philip friend. And Philip was the quote unquote a friend, family friend, who is married at the time, children, few years older than me, maybe 5, 6, with some 19, and he met her before then, so maybe even younger. Who knows how young? And now with me, it's like, no, the math was wrong. When you did the math was wrong. And because my phone is obviously not functioning anymore, and that's where I have my number saved of those numbers saved. It's going to take a lot of extra energy to just try to get that fixed. Which I don't think I have that energy to spend. But that's the things they do. Then you hear these people coming in and doing whatever they can to make their nose campaign to stop reality from being reality. And the worst is seeing these people, colleagues, they're looking all smirky and smiling. It's like, what? So you want me to be like, oh, this the simplest math ever was made, and I was wrong. I made the wrong math. Conveniently enough, when my phone is just no longer functioning, because you know I will definitely do the same. I will get the number. I'll, hey, what's up? How's everything? And again, maybe if my phone dies again 3 years from now, they'll be like, oh, you know what? You did the wrong math. They don't live in reality. They sold their soul to actual pedophiles, and now they're just creating what they hope I am. They wish I was that. I'm not what they wish. So they're going to create a falsified reality. Now talk about false. Now talk about wrong. Made a mistake in my math. And because I said today, now my brain is more fried than ever. Math is getting worse and worse and worse. But I'm talking about the east, like -3, -4, whatever. That's the kind of math. 23 -3 like something like that. 20, like this like very basic. It's like, no, you got the wrong math. You did it wrong. Things like that. That's the things that I'm forced to be thinking. And then immediately, because the reality of this is just so obvious, these people have been humiliated that they do this pedophilia type of torture. They torture children. The entities contracting these people are fellow pedophiles. Now I know I'm going to be tortured so bad because they've been too humiliated. This resort to like, no, the math was wrong. You did the wrong math. That's torture of all sorts will happen to me. In one lifetime, you cannot be so humiliated in these ways. I'm not talking about being tortured. I'm talking about humiliation of how damn down you have to make yourself be. Now, the entities put me in this program not only donated money to stop abortion, they also donated pedophiles that picked up kids from the YMCA's. The entities contracting this trash are filled with pedophiles. There's so much power with pedophilia that they're shocked by the amount of child porn some of these people. It's just overwhelming proof that these people have been patterned with pedophilia. And now they tell me, oh, you're going to be so castrated. Yes, I'm going to be so castrated, and you're so low life. And you're so pedophilia centric. And I'd rather be so castrated. I'd rather be so stabbed. I'd rather get so starved. I'd rather be so tortured than having to live my life, dedicating my life, working for pedophiles and live this retardation of a logical way of trying to live life. This retardation of logic. To try to make somebody accept these retardations. See a grown woman just looking back, oh, you are. It's like, you fucking retard. I'm so thankful I didn't have to live this life.